The strangest thing about human history is this. For thousands of years, humans lived without ever knowing what their own face looked like. Think about that. You know your face because of mirrors, cameras, and photos. But imagine being born into a world where none of those existed. You could see your family, you could see your friends, you could see every animal around you, but the one person you could never see was yourself. You could touch your face, feel your hair, hear your own voice, but your appearance, it was a complete mystery. Until one day, someone looked into something humans had seen thousands of times before and discovered something that would change the way humans understood themselves forever. But the real mystery is not how humans found the first mirror. The real mystery is, what did the first human think when they saw themselves? Today, looking at your reflection feels normal. You wake up, you look in the mirror, you instantly recognize the person staring back. But thousands of years ago, this simple moment did not exist. Ancient humans knew the faces of everyone around them. A hunter knew his tribe, a child knew their family, a person knew every stranger they met. But if someone asked, "What does your own face look like?" they had no answer, because the person they spent their entire life with was the only person they had never actually seen. So how did humans finally discover themselves? The answer was not invented, it was discovered, and it was waiting in the most unexpected place. Imagine this moment, thousands of years ago. A human is walking near a quiet lake. The world is silent. The water is completely still. They look down, and suddenly, a face appears. A person is staring back. But something feels impossible. The stranger copies everything. They move. The stranger moves. They turn. The stranger turns. They reach toward the water, and the person disappears. What would you think? Would you think another human was hiding there? Would you think it was something alive? Would you be scared? Because this person had no explanation. They were experiencing something no human had ever experienced before. They were not looking at another person. They were looking at themselves. For the first time in human history, a human saw a face that belonged to them, but felt completely unfamiliar. So who was that first human? What was their name? Where did they live? What did they think? The truth is, we will probably never know. There was no written record, no camera, no way to save that moment. But somewhere in human history, someone had the first experience of seeing themselves. And that tiny moment created one of the biggest changes in the human mind. Because suddenly, humans understood something new. The person I see is me. But why was this so important? Because the first reflection was not just about seeing a face, it was about discovering identity. Before reflections, humans understood themselves through other people. They knew how others saw them. But after seeing themselves, they could finally think about their own existence, their expressions, their emotions, their appearance, their place in the world. A mirror was not just a tool, it created a new way of thinking. The idea that behind every pair of eyes, there was a person looking back. Today, mirrors are everywhere. We look into them without a second thought. We fix our hair, we check our faces, we take pictures. It feels ordinary. But imagine being the first human who ever saw their reflection, looking into the water, and seeing a face that moved with them, a face they had never seen before, a face that was actually their own. The first mirror did not just show humans their appearance, it showed them something much bigger. It showed them themselves.